What's up, Soul Family? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to Soul Family Oracle, and if you're returning, as always, thank you so much for the energy and all your support. And happy new season to you guys. So I'm just going to jump into this reading. This is the second time I'm trying to record this, and hopefully the last, because I feel like there's a very important message. Now, the download that was coming through was saying that they could never take away your essence. And then it went on to say that nothing could ever take away your essence. Nothing could ever take away your essence. The energy that this was coming through from was the goddess Isis, but also I kept hearing the goddess Bast and Maat and Sekhmet at some point when I was getting ready for the reading. And what was coming through was that whoever this message is for, this is going to be a divine feminine's reading, but also I feel like it's going to maybe pertain to some divine masculines also. It was saying that whoever you are, there are a series of trials and tribulations that you've gone through that have been specifically because you are an initiate of the goddess Isis. For some of you, you may have been going through these trials and tribulations thinking, it's one of those things where you're going through hardships or things are trying to come against you. Not realizing that it's because of your devotion to the goddess Isis or because the goddess Isis has been reaching out to work with you. And what was coming through was that whoever you are, this is something that is automatic for you. Every lifetime, there will be a time that comes where you will start to face the trials and tribulations that will allow you to pass through the initiation process to work with the goddess Isis, because you are originally from her lineage, and for some of you, you were specifically chosen in the ancient times to be an Isis initiate. And so for every reincarnation, this energy comes up again to offer you the opportunity to reinstate yourself as a goddess of or priestess of the goddess Isis. Now, another thing that was coming through very prominently was how this essence that she was speaking about, it's like for a lot of you, the trials and tribulations that you face because of your initiation has been one thing, but then the other thing has been the trials and tribulations that have come from the world around you, from the outside world. And those have been to turn you so you wouldn't fall in alignment with who you truly are or walk in alignment with who you truly are. What was coming through was that there is a duality that lives within you, and there's a duality with everybody. But this was coming through like the energy of the goddess Bast. The goddess Bast is the Egyptian cat-headed goddess. Like, that's her image. But in the ancient times, she was revered as a lion goddess also. And she holds the same energy as the goddess Sekhmet in that energy, when she's in that energy of a fierce warrior. But over time, as the wars amongst, I'm being led to say the war amongst the gods or the deities had come to a close, she became revered more as the cat goddess, which is believed to be the domesticated version of the wild cat. This was to signify that now she had become more of a home protector, more of a nurturer, more of a mothering energy. And whoever you are, these energies exist within you very prominently all at the same time. And there has been series of trials that have tried to tilt you off the scale. I'm hearing extremes. It's like get you on the extreme ends of either one of these energies. And so the things that have come against you from the outside world has been to either soften you or to harden you, to push you to the far end of the scale. But you were always meant to use those as a way to find the perfect balance, to find the perfect center. And I feel like this is where the goddess Maat comes in. Now, the message, the energy that was coming through was very heavy. Now I feel more relaxed, because before I was stumbling all over the place. Like I couldn't even, my words were like stuck in, like my words couldn't come out properly. I couldn't articulate what I was getting. So I guess I'm glad I'm having to like redo this recording. So another very important thing that was coming through was how your divine feminine energy is meant to help the divine masculine energy. And not just your divine masculine energy, but the divine masculine energy in general. Just like the goddess Isis energy was meant to help the energy of Osiris. Okay? And another thing also that was coming through was that for some of you, you may actually not know that you have become an initiate of the goddess Isis, or that you have been going through the process of becoming a higher initiate. And what was coming through for those people is that if you have already been feeling the calling, or have just been feeling like, oh, you revere her, but you don't exactly work with her, but you've been sensing and you feel like this message resonates with you, you need to go and read on her, do some research, basically learn about her story, and then let spirit guide you on the various things that you might need to learn on her and to connect with her. Okay? And for those that know very well that you have been walking with her, or that you have been working with her, you are being told right now that you have gained the master keys. You have gained the master keys. The master keys is the key that like opens the master bedroom in a mansion. It's like before you had other keys, other smaller keys to other smaller rooms, but now you have gained the master keys, because whatever these initiations are, they have come to a close. Not that they have come to a close, but they have been finalized. They have been finalized, the results are in, and you have passed. And this is so prominent because a lot of what you were being trialed for was for yourself. And even with the outside world and the people that were trying to do certain things against you or to test you, you were more of a detriment to them if you had turned, or if you weren't in the right energy, as in even for those that are doing things against you, or were trying to get you to turn to become either too hard or too soft. It's almost like they were being protected from you as part of your initiation process. As part of your initiation, you were even being protected from yourself. You were being protected from yourself as part of the initiation, because coming into the power that you have, how powerful you are, coming into that power without going through the necessary initiation, the necessary process to learn and unlearn, to shed and become, would not be the right thing. Because if you turned, or if you were able to wield that power, I don't think you would be able to wield that power without going through the right initiation. But it was necessary, because there's a part of you that's accustomed to your darkness, and a part of you that's accustomed to your light, that you needed to understand. And this is bringing me to one of the messages that came through when I was doing the last reading for today, the energy of servitude, and something about the balance of the light and the dark, and how the servitude allows for you to go through that dark night of the soul in some cases, because it brings you to a point where your ego is crushed, where your ego is broken down. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead, and then I'm going to be using the 0909 on the timer. I'm going to be using the Goddess Isis Oracle deck. I feel like there's so much more that is even coming to me than what came to me before, but I'm going to use the cards to guide it. Okay, wow. Oh my goodness, guys. The first card out is Initiation. Wow. The first card out is Initiation, and it says Spiritual Testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. So like I was saying, you are going through an initiation. You have gone through an initiation. A lot of the things that you've gone through hasn't been because of external energies or been because of the outside world. It's been because this is a process that you go through every single lifetime in order to gain that master key. Because the master key is not just it's not just about blessings. The master key is giving you that upper hand, that what's the word, spirit? Access. Thank you. Giving you the access to the fullest of your power, and also the power or the pieces that the divine mothers bless you with, like the goddess Isis, Sekhmet, Bast, Maat. They give you a piece of them. That piece of them is also translated into power, where their healing energies, you receive the glory of their healing energies, not just for yourself, but for the work that you do if you're a spiritual healer. The wisdom that they have if you are a teacher. The strength that they have, their fierceness if you are a protector. So these energies, it's like there's a need for you to see how you passing this initiation test or the various initiation tests was not because of things that you even did right or because you actually knew. It's because of the things that you had to go through broken, the things that you had to go through confused, and still being able to make it to the other side even though you were confused. And for some of you, you still are confused about some of the things that you've had to deal with. So this initiation card, starting the reading, this is pass all around, and my LED light is green right now. Like, you have the green light, you have been giving the green light because you have passed your initiations. And the other two cards, wow guys, wow, the other two cards that came is the Temple of the Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber, and the other card is the Pyramid of Light. Step your vibration deeper into love. So this is basically clarifying what I was saying about having to go through like the dark night of the soul. That's the Temple of the Black Obsidian. The Temple of the Black Obsidian speaks of the Dark Healing Chamber. The Dark Healing Chamber speaks of the chamber that heals the darkness or transmutes the darkness. And what I was getting for this is like, some of you, for somebody, you may have had a dream where you were lying in like a chamber, okay, like a chamber, like some kind of like a temple on the floor, or some kind of like maybe concrete type of surface. And I'm seeing like green light around it, kind of like my lead green, but kind of like neon green also, okay. And so for some of you, this would have been the part where you were in the dark chamber. That dark chamber, that was you, your darkness or your shadow energies being transmuted, being healed. You understand? Because again, with that energy of Bast is a very fierce energy. She's a warrior spirit, but also there's that subtle motherly nurturing energy of hers. You understand? And so for some of you, you had to go through this healing phase to understand how to use those energies. Otherwise, your darkness could become wrath. And the pyramid of light, what I'm getting is something about the pyramid. It's like not specifically the pyramids of Giza, but somebody, you could have had a dream of the pyramid, or you could have had a dream where you were laying on like a raised bed, or like a brick of bed, like a bed brick made into bed, something of the sort, but like something like a pile. I mean, seeing something like, I'm hearing like something you would put the ark on, or some kind of an ark, but somehow you knew or felt like it was in some sort of a pyramid. And you see, it's like I'm seeing like light emitting from it, or emitting into you, or just being surrounded by light. So this is the part where your light was being grounded. Your light was being grounded because you had to understand that nurturing side of you, that motherly side of you, had to be grounded so that you don't become overly giving of that energy where you go too far on the scale. Because remember, we're speaking of duality, and we're speaking of how the extremes of both is what your trials have been about. Being able to navigate by at least being close to the middle ground, to the point where you find your center and you can say that you are balanced constantly and permanently in the sense that you know that you're not going to be going off course and just like lose yourself. And constantly is knowing that on a constant basis you're going to have to exercise both energies. You can be light right now, but a scenario might come or a situation might come that will require you to step into not the dark energy, but let's say the dark feminine energy that exerts the discipline, that exerts the no nonsense energy, like the no bullshit energy, as compared to the very motherly, nurturing energy that is very catering to and is very open and is very receiving. So I feel like these two coming up, these three cards together is basically saying that you have completed your initiation through the dark chamber to release the darkness into becoming part of your light, transmutation and integration. And you have gone through the pyramid of light to ground your light, so your light does not become a detriment to you where it goes too far off on the scale and now it pushes your shadow in, because even your light holds a shadow, same way your shadow holds light. Okay. What else do we need to know, Divine Mothers? What else do we need to know? We have the Lunar Queen, she of the Celestial Crescent. She of the Celestial Crescent. This is giving me the energy of mystery. Whoever you are, there's a mystery about your energy. There's something about your energy that feels so mysterious. Even when you're not trying to be mysterious, like even when you're being an open book, it feels like you're being mysterious. This energy is because you are a celestial crescent. You hold the energy of a celestial crescent. You are a lunar priestess. You are a lunar goddess for some of you. Some of you, you are literally a goddess. Some of you, you are a lunar priestess. And if you're an initiate of the goddess Isis, you are definitely some sort of like a lunar priestess. You work with the moon. Okay, for some of you, you could work with the moon phases, or you have been working with the moon phases recently. You have been using the various moon phases, to schedule your magical routines or to schedule your spiritual practices. And this adds, this I feel like has added a certain level of mystery to your energy, because working with the moon opens your intuition to way more than you actually know in this physical plane by things you've learned or studied or things that you know within you are connected to. Okay? It opens your mind to just like knowledge of the mysteries of the earth, of the celestials, of the planet, of the cosmos. It's almost like it's giving me this, and it's almost like the moon is like a diary that holds all these like secrets and wisdom and knowledge that it gives you through your intuition when you work with the moon. And also the other thing is how the mysteries, it's almost like it's giving me this energy of like only you know what lays behind the light that you have cultivated. Only you know what lies behind the energy of who you've become or who you are. And that knowing is just like deep healing and deep release, emotional workings. Things that you've had to like go through and come out of, like a lot of emotional work. For some of you, you have been working with the moon, or you worked with the moon for emotional healing. Okay, and this is part of the reason why your energy might feel so mysterious. But this energy of mysteriousness, it's also part of like how you showed yourself, or it's part of your showing, where when people are getting to know you or people are getting closer to you, they don't get to see all of you. They don't get to experience all of you. No matter how much they get to experience or hear from you because of your vulnerability, because another thing with the moon is you might be somebody that is very vulnerable when it comes to that soft side. Your soft side, or that side of you that holds the light, is very vulnerable, and so you could be somebody that's like an open book, like you don't mind sharing and being vulnerable with people. But even when you're being vulnerable with people and people feel like they know a lot about you, or like there's still a lot that they don't know. no matter how much they think they know of you, there's still a lot that they don't know. And as a matter of fact, there's still a lot that you yourself don't know about yourself. You understand? There's still a lot that even you don't know about yourself. Okay, what else did I... Oh, these cards are speaking like... The dark mystery. Oh my goodness, guys. We have the dark mysteries. It says, enter the chamber of the dark goddess. The dark mysteries. You are a mysterious being, and I feel like part of what this closing of your initiation is going to be bringing is your dark feminine energy. Like, you are going to be tapping into your dark feminine energy on a level that you never have, and it's going to be so... I'm hearing alluring again. Alluring has been coming up a lot these days, but it's just going to be so mesmerizing to you and to the world around you. It's like the energy you're tapping into somehow is going to go from being just scary to just being very enticing, and just being very, like, making people just extremely curious of like who you are, like what you are. It's like people, if you've gotten used to people just randomly watching you, I feel like you're going to be introduced to a whole new level of people watching you, just curious eyes watching you. It's like, who are you? Like, what are you? Like, what are you about? Even from people that feel like they know you, they're about to experience a whole new version of you. Even you are about to experience a whole new version of you. And I feel like you're going to enjoy this new version of you so much. I'm being guided to add, like, once you go past that, the phase of getting used to it, getting accustomed to it, you are going to enjoy it so much, because you're going to, again, constantly operate from both those energies, where you're going to understand like that shadow energy is just that dark divine feminine energy. That dark divine feminine energy. And this is where the dark mysteries are going to come out. It's going to be in the way that you act. It's like it's going to go from just like, it's going to be like, even when you act in ways that people don't like, somehow they're going to want to understand why. Whereas maybe before they just go like, oh, I don't like how you acted, and I can't deal with this kind of thing because they can't. In this energy, I feel like this is part of the keys. It's like part of what the master key opens is new perception. New perception, not just for yourself, but to others. It's going to, you've gained, this master key opens a lot of things. And I feel like, it opens a lot of things. And one of those things is the ability to open up new doorways to new perceptions in people's minds. Wow. You are literally going to be able to to change people's minds. Not like, like in an evil way, like, oh, I'm changing your mind to do this. No, it's like you're going to help them to see. You'll be able to unlock the part of their mind that has been locked or blocked off the truth, blocked off the reality, blocked off what they can't understand. So it's like when people encounter you or people come into contact with you, if they're still stuck in the 3D, you'll be able to give them a glimpse of what the 5D truly feels like by opening up their mind to experience it firsthand. To experience it firsthand. And let me just add, this is not always going to be through love and light and hugs and kisses and stuff like that. Some are going to be through hard lessons. Some are going to be through like hard facts. Some are going to be through some heavy discipline. Some are going to be through just like checking people. And trust me, a lot of people are not going to like this. You are going to feel like you're going to feel like the healing they need and the medicine that they hate. The healing they need and the medicine that they hate. You're going to be like the doctor that they want, but they don't want the doctor they hate because they don't want to take the medicine. And you're going to be coming with a first aid kit that is like more than a first aid kit. You're going to be coming with like full doses of medicine. It's like It's like you need to go into take the hard pill. This energy of the dark mysteries, this dark divine feminine energy, I feel like for some of you, this is going to be what opens up the doors to your abundance fully. Because there's things that are within you that you want to say or have wanted to say, haven't been able to say because maybe you wanted to be on the other side and you felt like, oh, now is not the right time to use this side of myself or show this side of myself or operate from this energy. Not understanding that the extremes are not about timing. It's not about what time it is. You can be in the love light energy and all smiling and everything right now, and then in just one split second you move into that energy of being serious and being a disciplinarian and being like a mother wanting to spank you energy because like something of the other person's energies just went off, or there was a negative shift in the energy, and you have to immediately get on it to shift the energy back in place. And so now you're going to understand that the times when you weren't doing that because you're like, oh, maybe it's not the right time, it's not the right setting, were actually the right times and the right setting. Because again, it's not about the timing, it's about the energy being placed, it's about the energy being seated. And I feel like this is going to be very hard or difficult for a lot of people to understand. It's going to be very difficult for a lot of people to understand. But you're not meant to be understood by all. Not everybody can understand you, and that's absolutely fine. In the beginning of this course, in the beginning of all this, in the beginning of like you using your master key, a lot of people are going to hate you for it. A lot of people are going to stop listening to you for it. A lot of people are going to become upset. But in the back of their mind, once that door has been opened, they can't close it. Eventually, it will come eating them up till they are able to come to terms with what was. Again, it's like medicine. It's the healing they crave, but the medicine they hate. No matter how much they try to hate it, eventually they will have to take the medicine. They will have to swallow that pill. They will have to, if they want to be healed. Unless they want to continue to be sick till they die sick, they will have to take the medicine. And they might hate the doctor, but they will need to take the medicine. And for you as the doctor, your job is not to be liked. Your role, the role you play, is not to please or to be liked. All you care about is that they are able to take the medicine, is that they are healed, is that they are healthy. And so if taking the medicine means they're going to hate you, you honestly don't give a fuck. Honestly, this energy just feels like once I've given you the medicine, my job is done. You don't have to like me. We don't have to be friends. But it's like, you received the medicine, you've been unlocked, my job here is done. What else, divine mothers? Wow, Knot of Isis. It says energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. Energetic stabilization. Energetic stabilization, like I was saying, knowing that this energy is very needed in whatever form it comes in. Energetic stabilization, to stabilize the energy with the buckle of the beloved. The buckle of the beloved speaks of love. It speaks of somebody that you care about, somebody that you're devoted to. So again, like the doctor and their patient, you care about your patient. You can be devoted to your work, to your patient. But that doesn't mean that you won't tell your patient the truth about eating too much sugar. And that's something else that's coming through also about sugar, like sugar levels. Somebody, you might need to check your sugar levels, or you're experiencing some symptoms of low sugar level or low blood sugar. Something about sugar is significant here. And as you may already know, I am not a health professional. So anything about health, physically, I would advise that you check with a professional. Don't use readings to substitute for medical advice, professional medical advice. But something about sugar. And then also, before, when I was doing the other reading, like I found a bunch of chocolates in the fridge. They were already in the fridge, but I thought it was finished. But I realized that a pile of them had fallen on the next shelf, or I don't think aisle is the right word to use, so let's just say shelf. And the on the chocolate wrapper it says treat chocolate bars. And I was just like craving the chocolate. Like I didn't even know I needed those chocolates until I had them. And the other thing that was coming through also is with the goddess Bast. Like if you're somebody that's a devotee of the goddess Bast, or you work with the goddess Bast, or if you have her on your altar, you might need to give like chocolates. Chocolate are one of the offerings that she loves. Maybe give her like a bar of chocolate. And then also something that's coming up about the low blood sugar again, or low sugar, is cacao. Cocoa. Cacao is cocoa. So I think like cacao powder or cocoa powder. Maybe add cocoa powder to your daily routine or your daily diet, because cocoa powder is like healthy sugar and it can be quite sugary, but without the sugar. So yeah, somebody is needing to add cacao to their diet. And I'm hearing also like cacao ritual or cacao ceremony. I've heard that before, but I'm not sure exactly how it goes. So yeah, I don't know if somebody has done this or is needing to do this. 1 second, guys. Alright. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know, Divine Mothers? We have life restored. Life restored. Priestess of the Phoenix. Listen, guys. For whoever this message is for, the turn that your life is about to take is going to be unprecedented, is what I'm hearing. Unprecedented. Priestess of the Phoenix. Life restored. This is This is like the phoenix rising. Whew. This is like the phoenix rising. The phoenix rising from the ashes. The ashes being the trials and the tribulations that you've gone through. And this rising is the life being restored. The rising is your life being restored, your energy being restored, your power being restored. Or not your power being restored, but your power being heightened. This life being restored is like now you being able to live from this energy, because what you found the center. You found that middle ground, your perfect center, where you're not, now you don't have to worry about living from the far end of the scale, the extremes of the scale. You have found your perfect center. Okay. And I feel like with this priestess of the phoenix, again, like it was saying, you are going to be unlocking new perceptions in others. You are going to be igniting fire in people. You are going to be igniting fire in people with the truth. And not everybody will like this, but yeah, that is what they need. You are not here to give people what they like. You are here to give them what they need. If they want something they like, they can go ahead and find and give it to themselves. But what you are here for is to give the earth what it needs. You are here to cater to the needs of the earth. That's why you live, or you have this energy of that duality. That is why you have been guided and thought and prepared to be able to live from both energies, to be able to embody the fullness of your duality. Because it is very, very important for the building of the earth in the role that you play. Whether as a teacher, as a healer, as a guide, as a protector. It is very important for the role that you play, because even as a protector, like it says with the knot of Isis, it says energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. And again, like I was saying, the beloved, this is speaking of love, people you care about. Even as a protector or like as a spiritual warrior, it is what? An operation of love. It is a service that is born from love. Love for the people you care about. Love for your collective. Love for the earth. Love for humanity. Love for children. That is what you as a light warrior, that energy, that is where it stems from. right. What else do we need to know, Divine Mothers? Can I get one message from the Goddess Bast? I would like to get a message each from the individual energies that came through. Specifically, the Goddess Bast, Sekhmet, and Maat. Let's do the Goddess Bast first. What do I need to channel from the Goddess Bast energy right now? What do I need to? Okay. It says past life, present power. The many spiritual faces of you. The many spiritual phases of you. So like I was saying, the Goddess Bast energy, she was revered as a warrior energy, a warrior goddess in the ancient times. And then she became the cat goddess after the settlement of the various wars with amongst the humans and the gods and the demigods. Eventually, she became the cat goddess. And so the many spiritual phases of you, however, as the cat goddess, that she's also the goddess of music and dance. And, there's that alluring, sexy, spicy energy, that very calm, cool, collected energy. But there's also the very fierce and raw energy, like the energy of Sekhmet. Again, that's why it's saying past life, present power. Your past life power, the past life energy is part of your present power, is part of your power in this present energy. She didn't just become the goddess Bast and a cat goddess, and it's like there's that version of her is not hers anymore. It is still who she is. It is still who she is. I'm hearing Kalima, Kalima. I have a blue candle burning right now, and I know just this evening I saw something with her name on it, and I remember I wanted to go and look it up because of the color blue specifically, and I'm burning a blue candle right now. I'm going to go and look that up later when I'm done with this. So past life, present power. Who you've been in the past is part of your present power, or the energy that you used to have or used to hold as a result of whoever you thought you were supposed to be. It has been transmuted to become power for you in this present energy. I feel like I want to pull one more card from the energy of the Goddess Bast. Can I get one more card? Can I get one more card under Goddess Bast? Thank you, Divine Mothers. Channel through me one more message, Goddess Bast. Channel through me one more message, please. Thank you. Oh, we have two cards. Wow. It says abundance of Sothis. Abundance of Sothis. Stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. So this power, it is not just about power to, do the work and do the healing and be on the journey. It is also abundance. It is also blessings of abundance. You are being blessed with abundance that you can bless others with. You are being blessed with abundance that you will also be able to bless others with. So those that receive your healing and good grace, they will receive your blessings also. Listen, whoever I'm speaking to, you are a goddess. Like literally, you are a walking god. You are a goddess. Like I know we say we are goddesses, like we are goddesses, but I'm speaking to somebody that's a goddess, a god. Like you are a demigod, basically. You literally come from a direct line or lineage of gods and goddesses. This is part of the reason why you had to go through these trials and tribulation, because you had to be tested multiple times. The goddess Isis, she's a royal, but she went through life in different stages as somebody that was just a mere mortal, as if she was just a mere mortal. She went through different phases of her life as if she was just a mere mortal. But that was all part of the course she had to take. That was all part of the preparation that she needed to go through in order to become who she truly was. In order to become that resonance of the spirit energy that she was meant to leave behind, that speaks to us today. The energy that we resonate with today. So part of what you're receiving, part of this, again, like I was saying, this master key that you've received as a master initiate or as an initiate that has passed, it's not just, it's like a big mansion and you had different keys and you could open other smaller rooms and doors. But you have this master key or a set of master keys and you're able to go into the master bedroom, you're able to open the vault, you're able to open the drawers. These things are opening different things, and part of what you're going to be able to open within people is also blessings. You're going to bless people. You will be, I'm seeing somebody place their hand on someone. It's like you will feel called to bless some people. You will place your hand on people and you will bless them. You will speak life into them. You will speak blessings over their life. And some of these people will come back and tell you later that every single thing you spoke on their life has come to pass. Has come to pass. This is what you call anointed head, like anointed, like being anointed. You can call this being anointed. What else, divine mothers? Oh yeah. Let's do a message from the goddess Sekhmet. Let's do a message from the goddess Sekhmet. Please channel through me a message for the collective, please. Please channel through me a message for the collective. Please channel through me a message for the collective. Oh, wow. We have a lot. So, it says, oh my goodness, it says, wow. Temple of Carnelian, entering the fiery belly of Sekhmet. Oh my God, I have goosebumps. It says, Temple of Carnelian, entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet. This coming out as the first card under the energy of the goddess Sekhmet. I swear to you guys, sometimes I feel like whoever this message is for, you know it too. I'm hearing Sekhmetian. You know it too. Sometimes you can feel the presence of the divine mothers, like in the various things. It's like certain things speak to you in a way that you can feel it. The temple of the carnelian, this speaks of the sacral chakra, the sacral, okay? And it's saying the fierce belly of Sekhmet. Sekhmet also represents the sun energy. The sacral kind of represents that fiery energy also. For divine feminines, our sacral chakra holds our fire. For the divine masculines, their solar plexus hold their fire. Their solar plexus chakra holds their fire for the divine masculine. But for the divine feminine, our sacral chakra holds our fire. And so I feel like part of what you're receiving, part of what this initiation is giving you is somebody you're being fiercely protected by the goddess Sekhmet. You're being fiercely protected by the goddess Sekhmet. As a matter of fact, by all these four goddesses, but I'm hearing fiercely by the goddess Sekhmet. And whoever you are, you could also work with the goddess Bast, because Bast and Sekhmet, they're sisters. They go together. Where in ancient Egypt, the goddess Sekhmet was made the guardian of the West, the goddess Bast became the guardian of the East. They work hand in hand. They are sisters. They work together. They are regarded in some cultures as one person, as a matter of fact. As one person. And basically like becoming multiple versions of themselves. So this temple of carnelian, I feel like for somebody, you've been taken through a very deep dive into your sacral chakra. You are releasing womb trauma, like things that have traumatized your womb, traumatized your feminine energy, so you can fully tap into that divine feminine energy. I'm hearing divine feminine flow. Divine feminine flow. entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet. There's going to be that fiery energy. It's going to come with a lot of creativity also. And then also, fertility is what I'm hearing. So some of you are going to become very, very fertile. You need to be mindful. Otherwise, you're going to pull a Rihanna just like that. In 2 years, you're going to have like 3 babies. And then it's going to continue. You're going to become a very fertile woman. Like, you're going to be very fertile. So especially at this time, if you are sexually active, please be mindful. But I don't think you're sexually active, whoever I'm speaking to. I don't get that energy. I feel like this sacred energy is just purely divine feminine power. It's just purely divine feminine power, and it's going to be translating in the work that you do, in your creativities. Like, everything you touch will turn into gold. Everything you touch will be charged up. Everything you touch will be raised in vibration. Wow. What's it? The next card says High Priestess. Mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. High Priestess. If you consider yourself as a priestess, you have been leveled up to a high priestess. You have been leveled up to a high priestess if you consider yourself as just a priestess. And again, like I was saying with the mysteries, the high priestess, she works with the moon. And we spoke about the moon's mysteries. You are gaining insight into profound mysteries that you won't be able to get insight into as just a priestess. You would have to be a high priestess to have that level of access, like that access to higher knowledge and higher wisdom. And you have become that. You have become that. The next card says Queen of Heaven. Blessings from the Divine Empress of the Skies. I'm telling you, you have been blessed. You were always blessed, but it's like your blessings were capped because you had to finish certain things. It's just like benefits, okay, where it's like you had to go through certain courses before you get your benefit, or like something of the sort. And we know the harder the trial, the bigger the reward. So imagine everything you've been through and compare it to what kind of blessings or rewards you're going to be receiving. The keys the master key is not just about the work that you do and the healing and the being of service. It's also about you being taken care of. You being taken care of. For some of you, you are going to get a partner that is going to take care of you, that is going to be devoted to you. They're going to love you, every piece of you. They're going to want to take care of you in the sense of like, not like monetary. They're going to want to be there for you. They're going to want to cater to your spirit. They're going to want to like cater to your soul. They'll want to bring a certain vibe into your life that makes you feel more in your divine feminine energy, to flow and also to operate from your dark feminine energy without feeling any guilt or shame about it. And I feel like whoever this person is that is coming into your energy is a sun energy. They hold the energy of the sun. That is a Horus energy. That is an Osiris energy. I have like tingling sensation on my left arm and like the side of my right, like the left side of my head. And you know, the left side is the divine feminine energy. And when I don't know where this is coming from, but it's saying that when a divine masculine recognizes his divine feminine, he kisses her on the left shoulder, the left cheek, the left hand. There's something about the left side. This is to say that he recognizes her divinity and recognizes her as a divine feminine energy. And you know, the left side, the left hand, for instance, is the receiving hand. The left hand is the receiving hand, just like the divine feminine energy, the receiving, the receptivity, the flow. And the right hand is the giving energy, like the divine masculine energy, the giving, the action, the force, the moving. Wow. And another thing I'm hearing also is like this is also going to be healing for this divine masculine. Whoever your divine masculine is, your divine feminine energy is going to be healing to him also. Not just healing from the energetic point, but healing from a deeper point of insight and guidance that you will receive specifically and specially for him. He will receive guidance specifically on how to cater to you. And you will also receive guidance specifically how to cater to him. And this is not just going to be physical, it's going to be on a soul level. It's going to be on a soul level. And I'm getting the resurrection of Osiris, how the goddess Isis healed Osiris. Okay, now Seth, when Seth killed Osiris and dismembered him, this is part where I feel like a lot of people don't know. The reason why he dismembered him was because that was the only way to stop him from coming back in his true essence, true divine essence. Because as a divine being, being dismembered means you lose pieces of you, and that is going to make it almost impossible to reincarnate with your full divine essence intact. And so this is part of the reason why the goddess Isis, with the help of her sister, I think, was it Newt? Please put that in the comment for me. I don't want to make a mistake. The sister of the goddess Isis, with her help, went to all the places and corners where Seth had scattered the dismembered parts of the god Osiris and brought it back together, every single piece, except for the phallus. But this was so that she could not just conceive Horus, but so that he could be sent to the underworld intact. This would allow him to maintain his divine essence. So I don't know why that had to come up, but that could be significant in some ways. Alright, let's see what else. Please channel through me the energy of Sekhmet, the goddess of Sekhmet, the divine mother Sekhmet. What do we need to know under her energy? Give me one more card, please. Thank you. It says the temple of Lapis Lazuli, goddess of the ancient skies. The temple of Lapis Lazuli. So this is the third time something about the skies is coming up. Okay. So with this sky's energy, this is giving me Lapis Lazuli has to do with communication. Lapis Lazuli is a crystal. It's a crystal for communication, but also communication with higher beings, not just communication like speaking. It's communication with higher beings, and it was very, very popular in ancient Egypt. If you are familiar with the Mask of Tutankhamun, which is one of the most famous ancient Egyptian findings, the Mask of Tutankhamun has Lapis Lazuli on it. Ancient Egypt was very popular with Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli was considered a royal stone also. Okay, so with this goddess of the ancient skies, like I was saying, some of you are from the lineage of the ancient royals, the ancient gods and goddesses. And this is speaking also on the communication. You are going to be receiving direct communication. And this direct communication, you're going to be able to also give it back or put out communication. And I feel like this is part of what you're going to be able to do with your master keys, communication. You're going to be able to open the doors of communications with higher beings, celestial beings. With this goddess of the ancient skies, they are part of the ancient energies that you're going to be able to unlock with this master key. That not even a lot of people that are walking in this energy of high priestesses have the access to. I feel like the underlying message behind this about your essence is that who you are is so powerful that all these trials and tribulations were the only sure way to get you to the highest version of yourself. And I wanted to say the best version of yourself because it's saying this is not the highest version of yourself. Like this is not even the highest version of yourself, no. But this is higher than you've ever been. And it's going to get higher and higher and higher. Wow. Okay. Please channel through me the energy of Goddess Maat. Please channel through me a message from the energy of the Goddess Maat. Please channel through me the energy of Maat. Thank you, Spirit. We have proper burial for freedom. Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. This is giving me the energy of balance. Sacrifice to Osiris, proper burial for freedom. You know what I was saying about just right now about how the goddess Isis had to find all the dismembered parts of Osiris, not just to conceive Horus, but also so he could be seen to the underworld intact. Yes, proper burial for freedom, so he could be giving the proper burial in order to gain freedom. Like I was saying, the reason why I said dismembered him was so that he could lose his divine essence, because if he was buried that way with the dismembered parts scattered, he would lose touch with his divine essence. And so bringing him together, and that's what I was saying about the goddess Isis energy was of help to her divine masculine, who was Osiris. Her divine feminine energy received guidance specifically tailored for his healing. And so this card coming out as the first card under the goddess Maat, it's speaking of balance, the balance of the feminine energy and the divine masculine energy, the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And in this case, the coming together of the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy is just like how the left hand represents the divine feminine and it's also the receiving hand. And the right hand represents the divine masculine and it's the giving hand. The giving and the receiving, the give and take. This is what will allow for freedom, the actual freedom. It's not just about the doing. It's about the impacts that the doing makes. That's why divine masculine energy alone doesn't achieve it all, even though divine masculine energy is high vibration. And that's the same reason why divine feminine energy doesn't do it alone, even though divine feminine energy is high vibration. Understand? Can I get one more? Please channel through me the energy of Sekhmet. The energy of the goddess Maat. Please channel through me the energy of the goddess Maat. Thank you. It says, Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. This is giving me that energy of the reading I did a few days ago of finding your place amongst the stars. Finding your place amongst the stars. This is saying that you are finding your place or will be finding your place. You are a star seed, that's for sure. And I think I've said this before about the goddess Isis being a star seed. You are a star seed and you're going to find your place amongst the stars. Priestess of Sirius, that is saying also priestess of the goddess Isis. Some of you could be a priestess of Maat. I'm hearing order from chaos. There's something about your energy where you bring order from chaos. You transmute chaos into order. There's something divine chaos. You are somebody that has the power to bring about divine chaos. Divine chaos is when chaos is initiated, not initiated, but chaos is taking to bring about order, where order is formed from chaos. This is a very difficult energy to place or for a lot of people to understand, but it's an energy that comes from balance. It's the energy that comes from understanding that there's a balance that needs to be upheld. That duality, that energy, like the true essence of peace, comes also not the establishment of chaos, no, but come also from the experience of chaos, not the establishment of chaos, but the experience of chaos. So this is saying that not that you're going to be making up chaotic situations, but you will be put in situations to experience chaos so that you can what? Bring order to it. And once that order is brought to it, that means that chaos or that particular version of chaos has been transmuted. This is what it's all about. This is what part of your essence is what about. That's what it was saying, like again, with the doctor's energy. You are the healing they need and the medicine they hate. The healing they need and the medicine that they hate. What else? Please channel through me the energy of the goddess Maat. Please channel through me the energy of the goddess Maat. Thank you. We have the brother in darkness. Whoa, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. I'm telling you guys. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. The brotherhood in the darkness. This is speaking of how this transmutation of these energies, that the coming together of it allows you to battle the brotherhood of darkness, allows you to battle negative energies. Negative energies is not just about love and light. Sometimes it requires dark feminine power. It requires that strength. It requires that standing 10 toes down and standing your ground in what you believe, and not just like being vulnerable and not just being like, oh, it's all cool. And sometimes it's not good, and something needs to be said, something needs to be done, an action needs to be taken. That is when you exercise your divine masculine energy. So in some ways, the divine masculine energy or the dark feminine energy is laced with divine masculine energy somehow, is how I'm feeling or sensing it. When you step into your dark feminine energy, you are exercising also your divine masculine energy. Wow. I feel like I'm being taught a lot through this reading. Like some of the information I'm getting and some of the insight that's coming to me through this reading is it's almost like it's eye-opening for me. It's like I'm getting some gems. It's dropping some gems for me. We have Serpent of Fire, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. For some of you, you've gone through a Kundalini awakening. Like I was saying in the last video, I don't know if I've posted, I don't know if by the time I post this, that one is posted, but you have gone through a Kundalini awakening. You have gone through an Ascension rise. The Serpent Sisterhood. This is divine wisdom. This is knowledge. The Serpent Sisterhood, they're teachers and healers. But also, they are the bearers of truth. Like in the Bible, the serpent is depicted as the one that brought the truth, as the devil, but as the truth speaker. You understand? The energy of the serpent speaks of healing and wisdom, knowledge, divine wisdom, forbidden truths. I feel like I want to take one more on this particular card. I'm wondering why it's coming with the energy of the goddess Maat. Can I get one more card on the Serpent of Fire, please? Please help us better understand the Serpent of Fire energy. Can I get one more card, please? Thank you. So if we have two. Oh, it says Truth Unveiled. The revelation of Isis. Truth Unveiled. I'm telling you, like I was saying, guys. The serpent energy, knowledge, truth. It says Truth Unveiled. The revelations of Isis. So I feel like, yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. We're receiving revelations from the goddess Isis. This reading is a bunch of revelations. And then the next card says Ancient Power Mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. Ancient Power Mysteries. The rattle of Isis is also, well, you can, okay, so the goddess Bast has a sistrum. Okay, so if you've been hearing sounds like a rattle or like a sistrum, this sound, I remember this came through one of the readings also a few weeks ago. If you've been hearing the sound, that's probably your call. You understand? That's probably your call. So I feel like, again, this system is speaking of revelations of the truth, and it says Truth Unveiled. It's speaking of you being fed true knowledge. Again, forbidden wisdom of truth. Some of these things that you're going to be opened up to, some of the things that your master key will open is the door to immense wisdom and knowledge that you have been given access to. Some of these things that you're going to be made aware of, very few people in this whole world know. You're going to be given information that very few people in this world know, even among some of the people that are like higher esoteric learners or teachers. You're going to be giving information that very few people know. And I have like my right eye, like the eye socket area, it's just giving like this like top energy. Like, so for some of you, this could do with your third eye. Your revelations are going to come through your third eye. You're going to be seeing things a lot, like seeing things through your dreams, seeing things and analyzing them in a way that you couldn't have analyzed. You're going to be catching specific parts and specific things. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? Anything else I need to channel under the energy of the goddess Maat? Anything else I need to channel under the energy of the goddess Maat? Well, it says talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. Talismans of potency. So for some of you, you might have some talismans that you need to charge, or you might need to get some talismans. I just heard like a sound in the back of the window. You might need to get like a talisman, or you maybe have some talismans that you use. That's going to be confirmation for somebody, okay? But for whoever this message is, moving forward, there will be certain things that you're going to need to be working with or need to have. Some of these will include talismans. Some of these will include specific things like objects with symbols on them. You know, like, I'll give you an example that is a bit unrelated to this message. It's like something like the seal of the seven archangels. The seal of the seal of the seven archangels, it serves as a talisman when it's charged. Okay, so this talisman, since it's saying like ancient sacred object, it's going to be something that is like an ancient symbol, or like a sacred ancient object. I'm seeing the triple goddess, and I'm seeing the triple moon image. The triple moon and the triple goddess. This could mean something to somebody. This will help you step into this energy seamlessly. And I feel like you've stepped into it, but just like, it's an energy that you're going to have to get accustomed to. It's an energy that you're going to have to get used to, especially the dark feminine energy that comes with it. It's an energy that you're going to have to get used to. Okay? Alright. I'm going to take the last few cards. What else do we need to know about this reading, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this reading? What else do we need to know about this reading before I close out, Divine Mothers? Anything else you want me to share with the collective before I close out this reading? We have Pillar of Light. Descent of the Star of Isis. You see what I was saying? Descent of the Star of Isis. Some of you are descendants of the goddess Isis. However the energy was translated in this lifetime, in the physical form, you are descendants of the Star of Isis, descendant of the goddess Isis, and you are a pillar of light to humanity, a pillar of light to mankind, a pillar of light to the earth. That's why I'm saying it's like you are a healer. As a doctor, you don't need to be liked, but the healing work needs to be done. The people need to be healed. They need to be saved. They need to be well. And as that pillar of light, not everybody will like the lights that you shine, because it's going to shine on their shadows. It's going to shine their darkness away when they feel more comfortable living in their darkness. But that is why you are who you are. So continue to shine anyway, because none of these things was ever going to be possible. As a matter of fact, anything that was trying to come against you, they had to be mindful of you. They were being protected from you. Everything that you were going through was just preparing you to wield your power from a place of strength and not weakness, so that you wouldn't misuse your power or become a detriment to others or the society or the earth. And so they are the ones that need to be mindful, or needed to be mindful of you. But you right now in this energy, you're about to be taken to you're being taken to a whole nother level. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. You're being taken to a whole nother level. You're being taken to a whole nother level, and I feel like this level that you're being taken to, you are going to need to reintroduce yourself again. This year, you're going to need to reintroduce yourself again. I feel like we're reintroducing ourselves multiple times every year, but this one is going to be different. It's like, yeah, it's time to reintroduce yourself. And I feel like for some of you, I think I mentioned something about branding or personal branding or self-branding in the last video, but this is going to become something prominent that somebody does. It's like somebody, you're literally going to brand yourself, like you're going to take yourself through a personal branding process to re-identify who you are to the world, what you do, what you carry. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. That sounds great. I'm just going to break in the deck and see what comes up. We have the rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. You are the rising sun. You are the divine solar child. The divine solar child in this case speaks of Horus, but from this energy that I'm picking up, it's like you are the divine solar child. You are the divine solar child of the goddess Isis. It's not just Horus that we're not speaking of Horus in this case. You are the divine solar child. Initiate. Your essence was tried. It tried to dim your essence. It tried to, get you to go off course, get you to miss that balance, that fine tuning of understanding that you are both dualities, understanding that your fierceness and your softness, it's all part of you, and embodying it is what allowed you to go through the phases you needed to go through as an initiate, but you went through it and you passed. Not only did you go through it, you passed. So congratulations are in order, I believe. And this is a beautiful message to hear in the beginning of the new season. But as always, please listen with discernment. Oh, and before I finish, or before I close this off, I am canceling the payment subscription on Patreon. The Patreon is going to be open for free, and I haven't been able to fulfill what I wanted to do on it, and it makes me feel bad. But besides that, I'm being pulled in different directions in terms of my service and what I do for the collective, and part of what I'm needing to do is to shut down the payment system or the paid part of Patreon, and to allow myself to free flow and easily post what comes to me or what I'm able to. And yeah, after a long period of not being with my laptop has been back and very well, so I'm able to do that. But I am going to be closing the paid section of Patreon and just have the main membership page. As always, guys, please listen with discernment. Take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if the message resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe to help us reach even more of our soul tribe. It's exactly 0404 on my timer, and I'm on 80%. Have a blessed day, guys.